Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Oh, I'm just giggling because this Mercury retrograde, I don't know how you all are feeling about it. I'm going to talk more about it tomorrow. And we also are still running the Mercury retrograde course. So if you like to join to move through this very thick, deep, muddy energy that we're in, I believe tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to be doing a forgiveness meditation or a reconciliation meditation um, to support ourselves as we come out of Mercury retrograde on the 7th of July, the 12th of July. Also, my next moon course is beginning on the 12th of July when Mercury goes out of retrograde. We're going to have a new moon in Cancer again. Once a year, we have a duplicate new moon, and last year was in Libra. This year it's in Cancer. So we're going to have 2 new moons in Cancer, and we're going to have 2 full moons in Aquarius. It's like the where reality really shifts. And so this is a great time to join. And the first month is going to be $47. So if you'd like to join with this, or I can send you the link so you can understand what we're doing. So if you want the link, just send me a private message and I'll send it to you, and then you can see if it's something you want to participate in, because we created a video to help you understand what we're going to be working on next month. It's a pretty big month coming up. So today is a Mars day, and Mars is currently in Aries and will be until the end of the year. Mars in Aries means that we are in energy that is open and beginning and creative, highly creative, and it's also an energy that if it's not understood, it can cause a lot of anger and rage and impulsive behavior. And so, there are times like I don't listen to the media much anymore, but I listen to stories about people and the choices they make and things, and you hear people say, I blacked out. This is that energy. I did such and such and such, and I blacked out. I don't even know why I did it. Like they'll talk to people who've killed someone, and it's like your mind just goes, and then you just are at the effect of the energy. And this is that kind of energy. It's the kind of energy that if you have not been practicing understanding your energy and understanding your relationship to the environment, this energy will come and drag you. It will make you its bitch, basically. And so I encourage you all to this Mars and Aries to track yourself, like literally create a practice of tracking your mind and asking questions. And notice, because what happens is you'll get lost. You'll be tracking, and then before you know it, you'll be in something and the tracking will be off and you will be in the experience, and all that's happening is the experience. And when you track an experience, you bring your higher self online. Your higher self is always here. Always. All you have to do is say, hey. It's like Siri. It's like Siri. Your higher self is like Siri. I don't use any of that technology in my house. But that's what your higher self is. Like if you have Siri in your house, Siri is always there. And if you go, Siri, she'll go, yes. Your higher self is the same, but better, because it actually has information connected to your Akashic record, connected to your soul's programming and planning, and connected to your ego, so that you can begin to direct yourself in a way that is in alignment with wholeness and joy and love. But it takes a willingness, it takes a curiosity, it takes somebody who's ready to be different. That's all I'm saying. You got to be different. You have to be willing to be different. And so that's Mars in Aries. Begin witnessing yourself. And then it's also, begin a business, begin new relationships, begin new practices and new behaviors. Like I am in the process of taking on becoming a vegetarian, and it's something that I was a vegetarian when I was married. My ex-husband was a vegetarian, or is a vegetarian even still. My son is a vegetarian. And when I was a vegetarian, I just ate, I was a junk food vegetarian. And so it wasn't like I ate a lot of bread and I ate a lot of foods that didn't feel like they were really healthy and organic. And so I wasn't a great vegetarian. And so I didn't have a good experience of it. And so going back, I'm having to really renew my mind and understand what that's going to mean for me as far as like preparing, foods that are nutrient dense and to give my body what it really needs, because I've often had low blood. And so that's vegetarianism was challenging for me because I had to eat more food to get the nutrients that I needed for my blood. And in the last years, I've done a lot of research, so I'm up for it. There are ways that I can do that. There are ways that I can give myself my blood what I need with spirulina and chlorophyll and things like that. So I'll do it that way. So take on something new. Like, what has been beckoning you, but you've been resisting it? This is Mars in Aries. It's time to begin again. Chiron is going to be going retrograde, and Chiron is in Aries, and Chiron is the wounded healer. And so this means that many of us are looking at the things that are experiencing the wounds of our personality, of our trust in ourselves, in our ability to believe, that to be courageous. That's what it is. It's like Chiron in Aries says you must be courageous and you must face the things that you're afraid of. You must face them. You cannot run from your monsters, your demons, your shadows, and you don't want to. You really don't want to. And here's what I'm here to tell you. If you face them, you will be so grateful on the other end of it. It is really a great thing to do. I know it's painful. I have done it myself. It is rigorous, but the other side of it is really beautiful. And you can't get from where you are to where you want to be without going through your shadow. It's impossible. And so I encourage you to begin facing your fears, facing the things that are opposing your belief in yourself and your mission and your purpose of being alive right now. The moon is in Aquarius, and the moon in Aquarius is an energy of freedom, right? So what I'm saying is, when you face your fears, you will get free by facing your fears. When you take on a new way of being with Mars and Aries and give yourself an opportunity to be something different, you will access more freedom in your life. Freedom is the thing that is most significant to us right now as we are watching what's going on in the world. And more than anyone, the people who can exemplify freedom more than anyone, who can show us the path to freedom more than anyone, are Black Americans, because we embody the codes of profound oppression and the highest forms of freedom. The two always go hand in hand. Opposites and polarities always exist together. So as oppressed as you are is as free as you also are, but you have to access those polarities within your consciousness, and you can do so by following the moon. You can do so by asking deeper questions. You can do so by taking responsibility for how you're feeling and what's going on in your reality, and giving yourself permission. Something's in my eye. Giving yourself permission to feel everything without reacting to it. And as you watch those feelings go by, they open up other realities for you that lead you into new ways of being. And so that's kind of all I got for you all today. I hope you checked out my video from last night. It's really important now that we are collectively doing the work to heal our consciousness, to remind ourselves that perception is the thing that's creating our reality. So it is your capacity and ability to perceive wellness and wholeness in your life, and also to create it with your words. So be mindful of the things you talk about, be mindful of the media you take in, be mindful of the stories you absorb. Do what you need to do. So for me, when I leave the house, of course, I wear my crystals, I use my oils, I sage myself, and I put on my thieves oil on my feet so that I know that I'm blessed going out. And then I set, like when I go out, I set my energy ahead of myself so that it's like, okay, higher self, go and prepare the way for me to come so that wherever I am, I'm safe. Wherever I am, I'm loved. Wherever I am, I'm bringing love. I ask my higher self to do that on my behalf. I ask my ancestors to do that on my behalf so that I know that wherever I am meeting what is supposed to be mine to meet. I don't have to be at odds with anything, okay? I don't want to walk out of my house in fear. And then I wear my mask because that's what I need in order to get into any establishment here in Los Angeles. I got to put on a mask. And so I do that with no thought about it because, okay, so what, you know? But I know that I'm healthy. I know that everyone that I come in contact with, because of the work that I do, I'm bringing a frequency of wholeness and health to them because that is the work that I do. That is who I am. I am a healer. And so I encourage you to know in your mind and in your consciousness what is up for you, and then how you can move forward. And if you need to do work, if you want to sit down with me to do a Mercury retrograde reading or a natal chart reading or anything so that you can support yourself, or relationship readings. Many of us are moving into new relationships, and you might want to get a composite reading or relationship pattern reading to see who you are with this person, and understanding that whomever you connected to, especially as a woman right now, whomever you're connected to, whomever you're allowing to come into your body through the act of sex, is you are going to be connecting to them. So you want to know how to do it. You want to know how to use the energy so that it is propelling you forward and not digging you deeper into patterns that no longer serve you. So I hope all is well for you all. I know that it is. I hope that you are intentional and creating your reality, not waiting on anything to come. It's important for you to go into the field and say, this is what I want, and this is who I am, and this is what is true. And as you do that, trust that you'll be delivered to where you're supposed to be. Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm the Moon Mama. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.